Hi, this is Rick Levine for Tarot.com, here today to talk with you about Jupiter in Scorpio. So, Jupiter is the biggest planet of them all. Jupiter is the king of Olympus. Jupiter is a 12-year cycle. It takes Jupiter 12 years to go around the sun once, which means that it takes 12 years to go through all the signs of the zodiac, which means that Jupiter spends about 1 year in each sign. Jupiter has been in the sign of Libra for the past year, where it has brought its expansive, magnifying largesse to the sign of Libra, which is all about relationships. Jupiter, as the king of Olympus, is a just god. Jupiter meant well. He didn't always do well, but he meant well. He was well intended. Jupiter is Jove. It's jovial. It's happy. It's jolly. Jupiter is the planet of big, bigger, and better, and more. And whenever I talk about Jupiter, I like to think of Mae West, who once said, "Too much of a good thing is a good thing," which isn't always true, because Jupiter can be so much that it makes it too much. Too much of something is not necessarily good. We have Jupiter moving into Scorpio on October 10th, 2017, and it stays there for just about 13 months. It moves into Sagittarius on November 8th, 2018. So Jupiter will be in the sign of Scorpio for a little over a year, starting on October 10th. Scorpio is the sign of intensity and passion and power. Scorpio is a water sign, but it's a fixed water sign, which you can think of as either ice, which is fixed water, or maybe in whitewater canoeing or a waterfall where there's a force, a wall of water, like in a large fire hose, that force of water coming at you. It's almost like it's immovable. It is a force, but it stays exactly where it is. Scorpio is intense water. It's intense because it holds the energy in. Scorpio is passion because it has a feeling that it holds on to, whereas Jupiter makes that feeling even more, bigger. And so what do we have when Jupiter moves through Scorpio? We have the idea that the magnifying lens of awareness will be on those things that are hidden. While Jupiter is in Scorpio, expect all kinds of things that have been hidden to come out into the open. Certainly in the political realm, we've been on that trail already a bit, but there are things that will come out into the open that we did not necessarily know. In the area of spirituality, digging deep to go in, which is a scorpionic thing, there's that sense of finding power within. Jupiter in Scorpio is not an easy position, although Jupiter is an optimistic and positive planet often. When it goes into Scorpio, it can be a bit much to handle. The question is, what are we going to do in our individual lives that enable us, that empower us to do the inner work that we can actually bring that information into awareness so that we can transform. Here's the second part of Scorpio, not only passion and fixed and holding on to a feeling, but it's about regeneration. Scorpio is about the process of metamorphosis, the process of something transforming into something else, like the caterpillar into the butterfly. When you look at a caterpillar, you can't imagine that it could become a butterfly, and yet it's said that the caterpillar is simply the butterfly's way of becoming another butterfly. So we have Jupiter moving through Scorpio for the year, and in a way what happens is that we can all grow our awareness. We can become more open and more aware if we're willing to go through the transmutation, through the process of change. The phoenix, which is the mythological, magical bird that arose from the ashes of the ruins of destruction. The phoenix, which arises from death, from the ashes, is really also about Scorpio. So Jupiter says, if you go in deep, if you do the work, if you're willing to go into the fires, into the underworld, into the realms of the subconscious, you have then the raw material to transmute that energy into something that becomes the next butterfly. So as Jupiter moves through Scorpio, it isn't necessarily the easiest position for Jupiter, but it perhaps can be the most productive if we're willing to do the work. And again, I come back to the fact that while Jupiter is moving through Scorpio, the magnifying lens is on that part of our experiences that are normally hidden, normally out of realms of consciousness, normally not in our awareness, the subconscious, the hidden realms, the shadows. This is a time when, if we do our shadow work, Jupiter will be there at the end of this transition with the rewards that we get from doing the hard work. For Tarot.com, I'm Rick Levine.